Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. This is the final session of the Ice Youth Championships. Swimmers, you should have been warned that at the end of each event, each final, we will present the medals. So if you are a medalist, if you go to the medal table, we'll try and steer you in that direction. And we ask that you all get out at the side where the medal table is, which is opposite all the officials. And you will be presented with your medal. So our first final this evening is the female 11-12 400 metres individual medley. In lane 0 from the City of Leeds, Neve Stafford. There is somebody out there. In lane 1 from the City of Leeds, Madeline Beckram. Lane 2 from the City of Sheffield, Prudence Pearson. Lane 3 from Morpeth, Arabella Henderson. 4 from the City of Leeds, Addison Cropper. 5 is Willow Wright. 6 is Jessica Colley. 7 from Harrogate District is Daisy Ingle. 8 from the City of Sheffield, Imogen Marshall. And in lane 9 from the City of Leeds, Ava McClarkey. So the final of the female 11-12 years 400 metres individual medley.
Welcome back to our live stream viewers. This is the final session on day 1 of the North East Region Age Group Championships at Leeds. Our first final this afternoon is going to be the girls 11 and 12 years 400 individual medley. Your finalist names are up on the screen there at the moment, and we will get the racing underway very shortly. Final checks, and we should be getting underway right about now. So off we go on this 8-length race. We have in lane 0 Neve, lane 1 is Madeline, lane 2 Prudence, lane 3 Arabella, lane 4 is Addison, lane 5 Willow, lane 6 is Jessica, lane 7 Daisy, lane 8 is Imogen, and lane 9 is Ava. So from this morning's heats, we're expecting a hotly contested race here. The fastest qualifier is lane 4, that's Addison Cropper. She is first to the turn alongside the swimmer in lane 3, which is Arabella, and they both turn in 33 seconds on their first split. Second length of the butterfly, Addison's just starting to edge away a little bit now on this second 50 as they come through 75 metres. Second place is still lane 3, that is Arabella from Morpeth. And then the battle for third, we've got still a number of swimmers in the battle for third as we come to the end of the butterfly leg. Last 5 into the wall. Spot the wall. That's it, tuck the knees under, so that's 1:13.0 for Addison, 1:15.0 for Arabella, and then in third at the moment is Madeline, and she's turned in 1:17.3. So onto the backstroke we go. Still tight out there in front with Addison and Arabella battling out in lanes 3 and 4 down the first length of this backstroke. Still early days to call it for third place at the moment. We've got a number of swimmers still in that battle there. Turning first there in lane 4 is Addison, 154.3, followed by Arabella on 157. And then at the moment in third we've got Willow, who's on 2:01, but close behind is Jessica in the lane next to her, teammate from Leeds. She's turning 2:01 also. Addison there looking relaxed on this second leg of the backstroke. I assure you she isn't relaxed. This will be hard work. Coming up to the halfway stage, almost 2.5 minutes into the race now. She comes in towards this turn, 5 to go. She'll know how many strokes to take, and she'll spot the wall and flip. 2:34.68 as she goes onto the breaststroke. Arabella 2:39.43. And then just behind her we've got Jessica and Willow over there in lanes 6 and 5 and 3rd and 4th respectively. Lane 2 is Prudence. She's turned through there in 5th, 2:49.0. So still all to play for as we go into the second half of the race now. Addison's still edging away. Nice long powerful stroke she's doing there. The more you can glide and have good forward momentum on breaststroke, the better on this 400 IM. So she stretches now into the turn. She's coming in through, and she's through the turn in 3:20.5. Good lead developing now. We've got Arabella following her into this turn now from Morpeth in lane 3, but closing in now with the two swimmers from Leeds in 5 and 6. So Arabella's through in 3:31, and then we've got Willow through in 3:33 in 3rd, and Jessica 3:34 in 4th. The lead stretching further still on this second leg of the breaststroke. Addison way out in front now. She's got a good 15-metre lead now. Last 10 metres of the breaststroke for her. Still really long and powerful strokes. Stretching it out. She'll be spotting that finish on the turn. That's it. 4:05.58 through in first. Her PB is 5:14, so she's going to probably get close to that with what she's turned on there at the 300 mark. City of Leeds swimmer Willow has taken over the second spot now in lane 5 from Arabella, who's in there at 3rd. So we've got Willow on 4:22, Arabella on 4:24, Prudence not far behind on 4:25, and Jessica 4:26. So it's all to play for these medals. Addison approaching now the last turn. She's through there in 4:42.87. Then we've got a good 20-25 metre gap to second and third. Second place at the moment is still Willow in lane 5. Her PB this morning she set was 5:37, so we'll see if she can beat that again tonight. Turns in second there, 4:59.26, and third place at the moment is still Arabella. She's just 1 second ahead now of Prudence in lane 2, and Jessica Colley on 5:05 there in lane 6, also going to make a charge. Into the finish now. That's the win for Addison, 5:18.80, so a little bit quicker than this morning's heat, but just outside her best time. Well done to Addison, regional champion. Coming into the wall now for the silver medal. A strong finish here from Willow Wright in lane 5 from City of Leeds. Silver medal to Willow, 5:35.09. And the bronze goes to lane 2, which is Prudence Pearson from City of Sheffield. So that's faster than this morning. This morning was a PB for Prudence, so that's another PB for her. Willow Wright set the PB this morning at 5:37 and has gone better again tonight on 5:35. So fourth place we had Arabella, 5:41.2. Fifth place was Imogen, 5:43.06. Jessica was in sixth, 5:43.7. 5:50.9 from Madeline. And then Neve we had in 8th place, that was 5:51.2. Ava 5:53.02, and 10th place there Daisy in 6:01.94. Well done girls, a tough feat swimming 2 400 IMs in one day. Well done girls.
O'Hara. And in lane 4 from Leeds, Emily England Hall. Lane 5 from Morpeth, Annie Focus. Lane 6 from Stocksbridge, Ursula Carroll. Lane 7 from Annick Dolphins, Matilda Wilson. Lane 8 from the City of Leeds, Elizabeth Bond. And in lane 9 from the Borough of Stockton, Sophia Brown. The 13 years 400 metres individual medley.
Next up is the girls 13 years 400 IM. The swimmers are ready. Names are on your screen now. And they're away. So in lane 0 we have Chloe. Lane 1 is Lily. Lane 2 Rosie. Lane 3 is Grace. Lane 4 Emily. Lane 5 is Annie. Lane 6 Ursula. Lane 7 Matilda. Lane 8 is Elizabeth. And lane 9 is Sophia. It's quite a number of these swimmers did PBs this morning through the heats. We'll look to see if they can go a little bit quicker. Fastest qualifier earlier on today was lane 4. That was Emily in 5:14, which was a new PB. She looks to be taking it out from the start. First at the turn there, 32.48, followed by Ursula on 33.87 and Annie on 34.33. Coming up towards the 75 metre mark there, the leader is just pulling away clear, and then we have a line of swimmers battling it out for that position behind Emily. So as they come in through this turn now, Emily's taking out a strong lead here. She turns in 109.86, close for second, blanket on the turn, so we've got Annie on 114.5, closely followed by Ursula in third on 114.7, and then we've got 3 swimmers on 115 as well. So let's see how this backstroke shapes up. The girls will be working hard to get those stroke rates right as they go into this first turn on the backstroke. Emily's still in a convincing lead at the moment. Lane 4 from City of Leeds, 151.18. And then we've got a line of 4 swimmers. So we've got 5 and 6, so that is Ursula in second, 156.7. 0.2 behind her is Annie on 156.9. Fourth at the moment is Grace in lane 3 on 158.2. So coming in now, last 10 metres of the backstroke leg for Emily. She'll be looking to spot this stroke count as she comes under the flags. Hit the turn at some speed, take some momentum. That's 2:31.2. She turns first. Lane 5, that's Annie. She's in 2:36.95. And third at the moment is Ursula in lane 6, 2:37.74. We've also got in lane 3 Grace close behind on 2:39.88. Fifth we've got Matilda. Sixth is Rosie. Seventh Lily. 8th Sophia, 9th Elizabeth and 10th Chloe at the moment. So a big second half of the race coming up. If any breaststroke specialists in the field, they'll start to pull up on this leg here, third leg of this 400 individual medley. Emily still looks comfortable out front there in lane 4 in City of Leeds, approaching the turn. And she splits in at 3:17.21. She's got about 6 or 7 metres on the field at the moment. We've got 3 girls in a line there. So in second was Ursula, 3:24.8. Third is Grace on 3:25.0. And fourth at the moment is Annie. But all those girls are within 1 second of each other. So a really big, important 50 coming up now for those girls as they fight it out for the medals. Emily's still surging out in front there in lane 4. We do have some others coming up closer. So lane 7, we've got a good leg here for Matilda from Annick on this breaststroke. Seems to be closing the gap. Might challenge for the medals on the freestyle if she's got anything left in the tank. Emily approaching now this last 5 of the breaststroke. Into the turn, she's round at 4:03.49. She did that PB of 5:14 earlier, so she might get close to that again. Second through is Grace on 4:12.0, and then we've got Ursula on 4:12.6 and Annie on 4:12.8. So it's a really close race there for the medals when we're looking at second and third placings. So a really big 50 now for these girls. Last 100 coming up also for Elizabeth over there in lane 8. Big push now to finish off. Emily's coming into the turn now. She's well ahead now on 4:39.2. We've got a big battle on our hands for silver in lanes 3 and 5, and that's between Grace and Annie. At the moment we've got Annie edging it by 0.6, so she's 4:49.1 and Grace is 4:49.7. They look to have pulled slightly ahead of those in 4th and 5th as we come on to this last 50. So 15 to go now for Emily. She can see the wall now. Last big push, see if she can beat that 5:14 she set earlier. Convincing win for her, excellent. 5:13.28, regional champion, Emily England Hall, City of Leeds. Another PB for the day. Well done, Emily. Second place goes to lane 5, and that is Annie Folkus. And then in third, it was a real tight battle there at the end. Rosie Brogdon takes it in lane 3 from City of Leeds, from Grace O'Hara in 4th. So that was 5:24.3, 5:24.4 in third and 4th. 5th was Ursula, 5:29.1. 6th Matilda, 5:32.9. Lillian 7th over there in lane 1, 5:35.29. 8th place to Sophia, 5:45.49. 9th is Elizabeth Bond in lane 8, 5:51.07. And 10th in lane 0 is Chloe Jobson from South Tyneside. Well done, swimmers. 6 minutes, 0.71. Well done to all the girls there, especially those 3 medalists who'll go and collect the gold, silver and bronze as we move on to the girls 14 years 400 IM coming up shortly.
In lane 0 from the City of Leeds, Jessica Rollins. Lane 1 from Morpeth, Abby Coventry. In lane 2 from the City of Leeds, Malachi Joanne. In lane 3 from York City Bass Club, Samantha Taylor. Lane 4 from the City of Leeds, Isabel Hall. Lane 5 from Middlesbrough, Lydia Shipley. Lane 6 from the City of Leeds, Elkie Foster. Lane 7 from the City of Sheffield, Sophie Smith. Lane 8 from Harrogate District, Amaya Waters. And in lane 9 from Richmond Dales, Alba Nella. The girls 14 years, 400 metres individual medley.
Okay, swimmers are under the starters' orders. Names are on your screen now. Okay, so as we start this race here, in lane 0 we've got Jessica from City of Leeds. In lane 1 we've got Abby from Morpeth. Lane 2 Malika from City of Leeds. Lane 3 Samantha from York. Lane 4 Isabel from City of Leeds. Lane 5 Lydia from Middlesbrough. Lane 6 Elkie from City of Leeds. Lane 7 is Sophie from Sheffield. Lane 8 is Amarja from Harrogate. And lane 9 is Albanella from Richmond Dales. Alright, so we're into the first turn. Lane 5, out in the front of the minute, that's Lydia, 32.29. Lane 2 is Malika, 32.85. And third at the moment is Isabel Hall on 32.9 as well. Alright, so last 15 of the fly leg. We're all in a bit of a line at the moment, slightly edging it there. In lane 5 is Lydia from Middlesbrough. She's going to be first to the turn, and she's through in 1:10.1. Second is Malika on 1:11.0, and third is Isabel on 1:11.1. We've also got Elkie in fourth there on 1:11.9, and Sam Taylor from York on 1:12.0. So pretty close between the first 5 at the moment. Alright, on to the backstroke. So the first 25 of the backstroke, you find that new rhythm, start to build it up as you head towards the turn. So we got 15 to go into the wall now. Girls will be finding a good rhythm, waiting for those flags to go overhead so they can do their stroke counts into the turn, hit the wall with good momentum and get away up the second 50 of this backstroke. So Lydia's still in first place, 150.47. Elke's in second on 151.99, and Isabel currently in third, 152.48, with Sam Taylor close behind on 152.55. Last 15 metres now of the backstroke. Still got Lydia out in front at the moment, but I expect Isabel to maybe make a move on this breaststroke. Her PB's 5:06 in this event. So first through is Lydia, 2:30.5. Then we've got Samantha Taylor, 2:31.99. Third is Isabel on 2:32.39. Fourth, Elke Foster, 2:32.5. Fifth, Sophie Smith. Sixth, Malika. Seventh, Abby. 8th, Amarja, 9th, Alba, and 10th is Jessica at the moment. So, first length of the breaststroke. This is where we see those breaststroke specialists start to excel through. So, Isabel's starting to make a bit of a move there in lane 4, and also in lane 3. Samantha Taylor looks a strong breaststroker as well. Lydia's still holding strong there in lane 5, so the front 3 now got a little bit of a lead over the rest. Turning together there, Isabel's just on the touch, 3:15.60. Lydia is 3:15.69, and Samantha is 3:16.3. Second length of this breaststroke. The front 2 are now starting to pull away a little bit from Samantha Taylor in lane 3, but she's not going to let them go easily. 25 metres this breaststroke left to go. This is where it'll start to really get tight in their bodies and their lungs as they're coming in for this last 100 metres. It's all going to be a battle for these medals now. Coming into the wall, we've got Isabel just in the lead now from City of Leeds over Lydia in lane 5. So that's 3:58.98 for Isabel. Lydia's on 4 minutes 01. Samantha not too far behind on 4:02.36. Malika in 4th, Elke in 5th, Sophie in 6th, Abby in 7th, Amarja in 8th, Alba in 9th, and Jessica just turning now for her last 100 in 10th. Okay, so the girls in the middle there still having a battle lanes 4 and 5. This is Isabel and Lydia. They've been really head-to-head throughout this race. Lydia's just behind of Isabel now. So Isabel turned first there in 4:33.7. Lydia in 4:34.5. So that's only 0.8 of a second. Not a big gap at all. It'll be a real battle for these on the way back. Third at the moment is still Samantha Taylor from York in lane 3. She looks to have secured the bronze at the moment. Isabel's holding firm there from City of Leeds in lane 4. Lydia's making a charge. Last 5 metres. Isabel's going to hold on. So City of Leeds, your champion, equal PB is 5:06.51. Isabel Hall, City of Leeds. Big PB there for Lydia Shipley, 5:07.57 from Middlesbrough. And the third is Samantha Taylor from York. Her time hasn't come up, but the backup will be on shortly, 5:13.67. Malika in 4th, 5:15.7. Elke in 5th, 5:17.6. Amarja in 6th, 5:19.2. Abby in 7th, 5:19.5.
So let's hear
Sophie
it from
in
your
8th.
medalist, the bronze medalist Samantha Taylor from York City Bass Cup. The silver medalist is Lydia
Sorry,
Shipley
we've had a
from
disqualification. Malika from Leeds.
and
So
the
she'll
gold
drop.
medalist.
So it's Amarja in 5th, Abby in 6th now. Sophie Smith, 5:19.6 in 7th. Alba 5:28.6 in 8th. And Jessica in 9th, 5:36.
Honor. In 1, Harry Dixon. 2, Joe Dumphy Brook. 3, Gabriel Renison Ray. 4, Tyler Raven. 5, Adam Shipley. 6, George Gutchins. 7, Baxter Wigg. 8, Jacob Kaywood. And Elizabeth Oliver Barker in 9.
Okay, next event up is the male 11 and 12 years 200 metres butterfly. The finalists are on the screen now. And we'll quiet down for the start. And away we go on this one. So in lane 0 we've got Joe from Eston. Lane 1 is Harry from City of Leeds. Lane 2 is Joe from Middlesbrough. We've got Gabriel from Tynemouth in lane 3. Tyler from City of Leeds in 4. Lane 5 is Adam from Middlesbrough. Lane 6 is George from Stokesley. Lane 7 we've got Baxter from Morpeth. Lane 8 is Jacob from City of Leeds. And lane 9 is Oliver, also City of Leeds. Okay, so we're in at the first turn. So first at the moment is lane 3. That is Gabriel in 33.81. Tyler is second, 34.18. And Adam third at the moment on 34.39. Just behind them is Baxter in lane 7. In fourth, also 34.9. Okay, so just coming up through now the 85 metre mark. We're going to be at halfway when they hit this wall here. Looking for good smooth technique as we approach this turn. Lane 4 just taking the lead at the moment. That's Tyler, 112.95. Then we've got Gabriel on 114.0, Adam on 114.1. Baxter still fourth in 116.8, and George is fifth, 117.4. So those 5 are just slightly ahead of the field now. Lane 4 is Tyler. He's just starting to pull ahead a little bit now on this third 50. Still got a good battle between lanes 3, 5 and 7. So that is Gabriel, Adam and Baxter. Not out of the race yet is lane 6, George. He's still in there, pushing along. Trying to wind up the pace now up this third 50. Turning for home now is our leader, Tyler, in lane 4, 153.1. Second at the moment, Adam, 156.1. And Gabriel, 156.7. Baxter's dropped back a tiny bit there. He's on 2 minutes, 0.3 out in fourth place. Big last 50 now for all these boys. It's the turn for this last 50. Last one's through there, 2:13. And coming into his final 15 metres now. He's led from start to finish. This is Tyler Raven from City of Leeds. He had a PB of 2:36 in the heat. It looks like he's going to be ahead of that as he becomes a regional champion for the boys 11 and 12 years. 200 butterfly, 2:33.27. Second place, lane 5, Adam Shipley, Middlesbrough, 2:38.37. And Gabriel in third, 2:40.27. Fourth goes to Baxter Wigg in lane 7 from Morpeth, 2:42.84. Fifth place is Jacob Kaywood, 2:48.28. Sixth, George Griffiths, 2:49.27. Seventh is Joe
from
Middlesbrough, 2:49.37. Harry Dixon in 8th, 2:51.0. Joe Horner, 2:56.1 in 9th. And Oliver Barker finishing in 10th, 3:01.15. Some good PBs there again in that event. Some extra time taken off from morning heats through to evening finals. Well done, boys. We move on to the 13-year-old age group up next in a short while. Okay, your 13-year-old finalists are on the screen now, and we wait to get under starters' orders. And that's the 13-year-old age group safely away. So your finalists in this one, in lane 0 we have William from Derwenside and Gateshead. Lane 1, Oscar O'Donnell from City of Leeds. Lane 2, Oscar Focht from Kingston upon Hull. Lane 3, Oscar Hussey, City of Leeds. Lane 4, Leo from City of Leeds. Lane 5 is Victor from Scarborough. Lane 6, Tristan from Richmond Dales. Lane 7, Max from Derwenside and Gateshead. Lane 8 is Harrison from City of Leeds, and lane 9 is Zach from Morpeth. So first at the turn on this one is lane 4, that's Leo, 32.61. Just behind him, 3 100s behind is Victor in lane 5, 32.64. And third at the moment is Tristan Pickard from Richmond Dales in 33.3. So we come up through the 75 metre mark. We've got 2 front runners and then probably a line of 7 swimmers across the middle there, all battling it out for that third spot at the moment as we approach the halfway point. Coming in with 5 to go into the 100 metre turn. Got Leo slightly ahead there, 1:10.27. Victor just behind him in lane 5 on 1:10.66. Third at the moment is Oscar Focht from Kingston upon Hull, 1:13.16. So as we've come off that turn there, lanes 1 and 2 are having a good battle here as we start the third 50. Battling it out for third place, so that's the 2 Oscars. We've got Oscar Focht from Kingston upon Hull and Oscar Hussey from City of Leeds. Out front there we've still got Leo and Victor battling it out in lanes 4 and 5 as we approach the third turn for the 150 mark. It's all about a good rhythm here and a good turn, so Leo's just edged ahead there. He's 1:48.99 first at the turn, Victor 1:51.23, and then a really close race for third and fourth. We've got Oscar Focht in lane 2 on 1:54.68 and Oscar Hussey in lane 3 on 1:54.78. So just 0.1 of a second. These boys really have to dig deep now. We've got a swimmer coming through in lane 1. This is Oscar O'Donnell. So the 3 Oscars here having a good battle down in lanes 1, 2 and 3. We've also got a good race happening over there in 6, 7, 8 and 9. As Leo pulls away, last 5 metres under the flags, he's going to take this regional title in the 14 years. So that's 2:28.43. 13 years, beg your pardon. From City of Leeds is Leo Lee. We've got Victor Gora from Scarborough in second place in 2:30.55, and in third place at the moment it's showing Oscar Hussey. There might be a backup time coming for that one. Yep, Oscar Hussey takes third. Zach takes fourth, 2:37.32. Oscar Focht 2:37.7. Oscar O'Donnell 2:38.24 in sixth. Tristan Pickard 2:39.06 in seventh. Max Walls 2:39.07, and William Rostron in ninth place 2:41.04. Your 13-year-old champion is Leo Lee from City of Leeds. Well done to all those boys. A lot of swims that were quicker than the heats. Leo was just slower than what he did in 2:27, which was a new PB, so 2 PBs in one day would be a tall order, but well done boys. Excellent racing. It's what we love to see. We're going to move on now to the final age group of this 200 fly, which will be the 14 years. Finalist names are up on the screen now, and we'll be quiet for the start. Okay, the oldest age group, these 14-year-old boys are underway now. So in lane 0 we have Alex from Morpeth. Lane 1 is Marek from City of Sheffield. Lane 2 is Jensen from City of Sheffield. Lane 3 is Lewis from Kingston upon Hull. Lane 4 George from Kingston upon Hull. Lane 5 is Archie from City of Sunderland. Lane 6 is Joe from Durham City. Lane 7 is Angus from City of Leeds. Lane 8 is Tom from City of Sunderland, and lane 9 is Ethan from Middlesbrough. So first through the turn we got Archie Maguire 29.67. George is second, 30.05, and Lewis is third at the moment, 31.55. Okay, the front runners are through 75 metres now. Looking strong as we head in towards the last 10 metres of this first 100. Coming up to the halfway point, we've got Archie in the lead at the moment in lane 5. from George in lane 4, 103.36, 104.08. Third at the moment is Lewis Hall in lane 3, which is 107.86. Not a lot separating your front two at the moment, 0.7 of a second. Big third 50 now for these two guys who are going head to head up the front. There's a race on for third at the moment between lane 1, which is Marek, and lane 3, which is Lewis. So it'll be interesting to see as we go into the 150 turn how this one pans out. Leader is still Archie in lane 5. He's turned in 138.10. Stretched the lead slightly from George, 139.23, so it's a little over a second now. Third at the turn is Lewis, 145.96. Just over a second behind is Joe on 147.4, and Marek on 147.8. So all the lads now are on this last 50. Important to keep that good leg kick going, keep the rhythm, stick to a breathing pattern that works. Last 5 now for Archie Maguire from City of Sunderland, 2:13.19. That was a PB this morning, that's another PB tonight. George Harrison second place from Kingston upon Hull, 2:15.20. And on the line, the bronze medal goes to Joe Johnson from Durham City for 2:24.20. Great swimming there. Fourth place, Lewis Hall, 2:24.40. Jensen in fifth, 2:25.49. Marek in sixth, 2:26.88. Angus in seventh, 2:28.41. Alex Freeman in eighth, 2:30.1. Ethan in ninth, 2:30.6. And Tom in 10th, 2:30.7. So some really close battles there for those final placings. Well done, boys. Your regional champion in the 14 years age group is Archie Maguire from City of Sunderland in a new lifetime best of 2:13.19. Well done, swimmers. Okay, moving on, we've got the girls 11-12 years 100 metre backstroke final. The finalists are on your screen now and they're under starters orders. And off we go. So in this final, in lane 0 we have Layla Bint from Gisborough. Lane 1, Georgiana Lockwood from Harrogate. Lane 2, Pippa Brotherton, South Tyneside. Lane 3, Evie Bint from Gisborough. Lane 4, Evelyn Atkinson, City of Leeds. Lane 5, Addison Cropper, we saw her earlier in the 400 IM from City of Leeds. Lane 6 is Olivia Allen, York City. Lane 7, Jessica Colley, City of Leeds. Lane 8, Arabella Henderson, Morpeth. And Lane 9, Prudence Pearson, City of Sheffield. So as we approach the halfway stage, who's going to be first at the wall here? All in a line at the moment. So Pippa Brotherton 36.23 first at the turn from Evie Bint, 36.33, just 0.1 between them. Third at the moment is lane 8, which is Arabella Henderson, also 36. So a big third 25 off the wall there. The girls are going to need to dig deep now, keep those leg kicks on, keep the stroke rate high. Keep rotating those shoulders and hips, drive the power. Last 10 metres now, it's going to be close on the line. Just taking the lead now in lane 5 is Addison Cropper from City of Leeds, who dips for the line, 1:13.62 for Addison. Second place is Evelyn Atkinson, 1:14.62. Third place is Arabella Henderson from Morpeth, 1:14.84. Fourth is Pippa in 1:14.89. Fifth is Olivia in 1:15.2. Jessica is in 6th, 1:16.1. Evie in 1:16.3 in 7th place. Layla close behind in 1:16.7. 9th place is Georgina Lockwood, 1:17.6. And Prudence is in 10th in 1:18.43. great racing girls, well done. Second title of the afternoon there for Addison Cropper from City of Leeds in 1:13.62, which is equal to her PB in this event. Next up will be the 13 years age group. Just being announced to the crowd now. There are your finalists on the screen now. And we're away. So, in lane 0, we've got Millie from Tynemouth. Lane 1 is Darcy from Gisborough. Lane 2, Charlotte from Peterlee. Lane 3 is Elizabeth from City of Leeds. Lane 4 is Ursula from Stockbridge. Lane 5 is Anya from Tynemouth. Lane 6 is Isla from City of Sheffield. Lane 7 is Bailey from Settle Stingrays. Lane 8 is Jessica from Middlesbrough, and lane 9 is Freya from City of Sunderland. So, 40 metres into the first length. Approaching the turn, they're all in a line as they go under the flags. Who's going to be first on the wall with the feet at the turn? It is lane 8, Jessica, 35.64. Ursula second, 35.76. And third at the moment, Elizabeth Bond, 36.0. But less than a second separating the first 8 places there. Big third 25 there from lane 4. That is Ursula from Stocksbridge, taking a bit of a lead now as we come into the last 15 metres. And then behind that we've got a bit of a line battling it out for second and third. So as we come under the flags, it's Ursula out in front. She's going to be our regional champion in 1:11.04. Elizabeth Bond in second from City of Leeds in 1:13.05. And the bronze goes to Anya in lane 5 from Tynemouth, 1:13.39. Fourth is Jessica, 1:13.4. Fifth is Charlotte in 1:14.0. Sixth is Isla, 1:14.4. Seventh is Freya, 1:15.3. Eighth is Bailey, 1:15.5. Ninth is Millie, 1:15.7. And 10th is Darcy, 1:16.88. Well done, girls. Ursula just outside the PB she set earlier on in the heats, but nonetheless, regional champion in this girls' 13 years 100 metre backstroke. Well done, ladies. Last 100 metre backstroke is the girls' 14 years. Names are on your screen now and the girls are under starters orders. Nice explosive starts there from the girls, all arching their backs, and then do some dolphin leg kick under the water, up before the 15 metre mark. So, a reminder, we've got in lane 0, Olivia from Rotherham. Lane 1 is Orla from City of Sheffield. Teammate Sophie in lane 2 is Sophie Smith, also from Sheffield. Lane 3, Abby from Morpeth. Lane 4 is Chloe from South Tyneside. Lane 5, Scarlett from Harrogate. Lane 6 is Elkie from City of Leeds. Lane 7, Annabelle from York. Lane 8 is Grace from Harrogate, and lane 9 is Phoebe from Richmond Dales. So first at the turn we've got Chloe Brotherton out front in 32.87, Scarlett 33.71 in second, and Grace Darling at the moment in third, 34.22. So we need a big third 25. This is the one where we've used that wall as an accelerator. We get that stroke rate up as high as we can, keep the legs driving. Nice flat body positions, head still, little finger first on the entry. Good rotation, so under the flags this is Chloe coming in strong for the finish. She's going to be our regional champion on 108.25, followed by Scarlett Dean from Harrogate in 109.45 for the silver. Abby Coventry from Morpeth takes the bronze, 110.58. Really close there for fourth place. Elkie Foster takes fourth in 110.64, just 6 100ths behind. Ola's in fifth, 111.1. Phoebe in sixth, 111.6. Sophie in seventh, 111.7. Grace in eighth, 111.8. Annabelle from York in ninth, 112.1. And Olivia from Rotherham Metro in 10th in 113.2. Great effort, girls. Your regional champion there is Chloe Brotherton, South Tyneside, in 108.25, just outside of her best time of 107. Well done, girls. Next up, we've got the boys 11 and 12 years 100 metre breaststroke, just being announced to the crowd as we speak, and then they'll be under starters orders really shortly. Okay, so Sam Clark was our champion there from Stokesley, 122.32. Another PB after this morning's PB of 123. Well done to Sam, regional champion in the boys 11 and 12 100 metre breaststroke. Next up with the 13 years, and they are under starters orders. And away we go in the boys 13 years 100 metre breaststroke. So lane 0 we've got Lucas from Middlesbrough, lane 1 is Noah from Eston, lane 2 Leo from City of Leeds, lane 3 Harrison City of Leeds, and lane 4 Jack City of Leeds. Lane 5 is Oscar from Kingston upon Hull, lane 6 is Ethan from City of Wakefield, lane 7 Callum from Weir Valley, lane 8 is Alexander from Barnsley, and lane 9 is Jensen from Durham City. So strong first 50 here from your fastest qualifier, which is Jack Wade, City of Leeds. He did 118 in the heat, and he's turning 35.85 there in lane 4. Second through is Alexander in lane 8 and 37.58. and 0.12 behind him is Callum in lane 7, who turned in third in 37.7. So a really tight race here at the moment for the silver and bronze. We've got a line of swimmers in lanes 5 through to 9 who are all in the battle there. We've got a front runner here in Jack Wade from City of Leeds. He's still ahead at the moment with 15 metres to go. He's probably got about a metre and a half lead. As we're coming in now into the last 10, looks like he's tying up a tiny bit, but he just keeps it long now. Time's the finish, and the champion there is Jack Wade, City of Leeds, 1:18.63, followed by lane 5, Oscar Fox from Kingston upon Hull, 1:19.44, and the bronze goes to Alexander Metzi in lane 8 in 1:20.49. Harrison was 4th, 1:20.7, Callum 5th, 1:20.8, Noah 6th, 1:21.2, Ethan 7th, 1:21.2 also, Lucas in 8th, 1:21.5, Leo was 9th in 1:23.5, and Jensen was 10th in 1:24.1. Regional champion in the 13-year-old age group is Jack Wade, City of Leeds, 1:18.63. Well done, swimmers. Next race up is the boys' 14 years 100-metre breaststroke. The swimmers are being announced to the crowd. Names are on your screen and they're under starters' orders. And away we go with the 14s. So in lane 0 we've got Wilf from Durham City. Lane 1, Archie from Sunderland. Lane 2, Nasri from Cleethorpes. Lane 3, Adrian from Newcastle. Lane 4, George from City of Sheffield. Lane 5 is Tom from Tadcaster. Lane 6, George from Kingston upon Hull. Lane 7 is Caleb from Sheffield City. Lane 8 is Harvey from City of Sheffield. And lane 9 is Claude from Newcastle. Coming through the 45-metre mark now as the boys come under the flags into the turn. And first at the turn is Tom Curran in lane 5, 35.05. We've got George close behind him on 35.2 in second, and Adrian currently third on 35.57. Again, another really tightly contested race here. Big third 25 from your front runners there in lanes 4 and 5. We've got George and Tom really battling it out head to head now as we come into the last 15 metres. Close race again for third behind at the moment. We've got Charge from lane 8, which is Harvey from City of Sheffield. We're coming under the flags now, last 5 metres. George is going to be first to the wall in 1:14.32. Tom Curran second, 1:15.04. And in third is Harvey Rogers in lane 8 from City of Sheffield, 1:16.47. Fourth place, Adrian, 1:17.3. Archie in 5th, 1:18.2. George in 6th, 1:18.8. Nasri in 7th, 1:19.5. Wilf in 8th, 1:20.3. Caleb in 9th, 1:20.9. And Claude in 10th, 1:21.4. Great swims there, boys. Slight PBs there for the first 2 medalists. Regional champion is George Robertson, City of Sheffield, 1:14.32. Well done, boys. Next up we have the girls 200-metre freestyle. Start with the 11 and 12 years age group who are being announced now. Finalist names are on your screen and they're under starters orders right about now. And off we go. So 4-length race, this 200-metre freestyle, all about good pacing. We've got in lane 0 Daisy from Harrogate. Lane 1 is Addison from City of Leeds. Lane 2 is Maya from Scunthorpe, from teammate Rosie, and in lane 3 also from Scunthorpe. Willow from City of Leeds in lane 4. Lane 5 is Pippa Brotherton from South Tyneside. Addison in lane 6 from City of Sunderland. Olivia York City in lane 7. Prudence in lane 8 from City of Sheffield, and Neve in lane 9 from City of Leeds. First at the turn there is Rosie in 32.48. Second, Peter Brotherton, 32.6. And third, Willow right at the moment, 32.8. Also close behind in lane 6 is Addison. Also just dipping under there at the turn. So through 75 metres, we've got a really tight race here in the front 4. And 5th and 6th in lanes 2 and 7 are also pretty close. The second half of the race is going to be really interesting. So as we come under the flags now and into the halfway turn, first at the wall is Pippa Brotherton, 108.42. 108.45 is Rosie Backhouse, and 108.55 is Willow Wright. So just about a tenth of a second separating those 3 girls out there in the front. Be a really interesting battle now up this third 50. They've just started to edge away from 4th and 5th place swimmers in lanes 2 and 6. So the front 3 now pushing forward. A real good race development here between lanes 4 and 5 especially. That's Willow and Pippa as they go into the turn. And just ahead at the turn is Pippa, 144.7. Willow on 144.8, so 0.1 of a second between them. Rosie is a little further back on 145.72 in third. So we could have a real race on our hands for bronze here, because lane 6, which is Addison, has really started to put the pressure on. Lane 3, which is Rosie, who turned in third at the 100. Real hot battle now for first and second between Pippa and Willow. Who takes the touch? It's Pippa, 2:19.30. Pippa Brotherton South Tyneside. Second is Willow Wright from City of Leeds, 2:19.57. And third is Rosie Backhouse from Scunthorpe. Fourth place is Addison, 2:22.2. Fifth is Olivia, 2:22.7. Addison in 6, 2:25.6. A lot of racing for Addison this afternoon. Maya 2:26.1 in 7th. Prudence 2:27.7 in 8th. 9th is Neve 2:28.5, and Daisy is in 10th 2:33.58. Next up we'll have the 13-year-old girls, and they're being announced to the crowd right now. Okay, the girls are under starters orders and the finalists are on your screen. Girls 13 years, 200 metre freestyle. And we're underway in the 13-year-old age group. So, in lane 0 we have Anya from Tynemouth. Lane 1 is Freya from City of Sunderland. Lane 2 is Anya from Cheshley Street. Lane 3 is Rosie from City of Leeds. Annie from Morpeth in lane 4. Lily from City of Sunderland in 5. Lane 6 is Emily from City of Leeds. Lane 7 Matilda from Annick Dolphins. Grace in lane 8 from City of Leeds, and Olivia from Borough of Barnsley in lane 9. So, last 5 metres of that first length. We take the first turn. It is Emily in lane 6, 31.56. Second, Rosie, 31.98. And third, Freya on 32.12. Really close behind is Anya on 32.13. So again, another close race we've got as we come through the 75 metre mark. Probably got 7 of the 10 swimmers right in this race for the medals at the moment. So as we approach the halfway, lane 6 is in the lead. That's Emily. She led at the first turn, 106.45. Rosie still in second, 107.2. Third at the moment is Annie, just 0.1 behind in 107.32. And in fourth, Lily Eden in 107.38. So really close there between all those girls. Big third 50 required here. Still out in front, looks like it's lane 6, which is Emily from City of Leeds. She's approaching that third turn now. She's kept a nice high turnover of the stroke rate. Coming into the turn, she's through in 141.64. Second is Rosie in 143.20. And Annie is through third in 1:43.32. Still close for those medals. Emily is pulling ahead in lane 6. So this is Emily England Hall. Has a PB of 2:12, so slightly conservative through the heat in 2:19. So we would have expected for her to race well in this tonight with a PB of 2:12. She's probably just outside of that. She comes in as regional champion in 2:15.23. Emily England Hall from City of Leeds. Rosie Brogden, City of Leeds, 2:16.86 for the silver. And Freya Tyndale from City of Sunderland, 2:17.89 for the bronze. Fourth is Annie, 2:18.1. Fifth, Lily, 2:18.7. Sixth is Anya, 2:19.1. Seventh is Olivia, 2:20.3. Eighth is Matilda, 2:22.5. Anya is 9:2.24.3. And 10th is Grace, 2:36.1. Well done, girls. Regional champ there is Emily England Hall, City of Leeds, in 2:15.23. Well done, girls. Next up will be the 14-year-old age group, who are being announced to the crowd right now. "14 years are under starters' orders, and the names are on your screen." And away we go with this oldest age group. So the 14-year-olds, some good underwater kicking there from these girls. Quick run through again. So we've got in lane 0, Emily from City of Sunderland, Amarja from Harrogate. In lane 1, Esme from Rotherham in lane 2. Lane 3 is Isabel from City of Leeds. 4 is Lydia from Middlesbrough. 5 is Dong from Sheffield. 6 is Chloe from South Tyne. 7 is Samantha from York. 8 is Phoebe from Richmond. And 9 is Elise from Cleethorpes. So first through this one at the turn is Phoebe Dilworth, 30.34 out there in lane 8. Chloe Brotherton second, 30.76. And Dong at the moment in 30.91 is third. Really close race again on this first section of the race. Through the 75 metre mark, we've got a good line across the pool here. Really tight race as we come through the 85 and approach the halfway point. So lane 5, 6 and 8 at the moment out front. 5 just ahead at the turn, that's Dong, 104.21. Chloe in second, 104.5. And Phoebe in third, 104.58. Alright, third length. This is the killer on the 200. This is the one where if we get the pacing right, we can just steal a march on the others and get into that turn ahead at the 150 metre mark. So all still in a line. As we come into the turn, it's Dong just ahead in lane 5. Feet on the wall there in 138.32. 0.3 behind is Lydia on 138.62. And Isabel just behind there on 139.12. Chloe in fourth, 139.4. Again, still in this race. It still could be anybody's. The coaches are all cheering and going crazy on the far side. Big last 15 metres needed now for these girls. Lane 4 starting to come through with lane 3 as well. So going to be between lane 3 and 4 for the gold. On the touch, Isabel Hall from City of Leeds is your regional champ on 2:10.89. Second place, Lydia Shipley from Middlesbrough, 2:11.15. And third is Dong from City of Sheffield in 2:12.00. Fourth is Chloe, 2:12.7. Fifth is Phoebe, 2:13.5. Esme is in sixth, 2:13.7. Emily in seventh, 2:15.4. And Marja, 2:15.4 and eighth. Ninth for Sam Taylor, 2:19.2. And 10th for Elise in 2:20.82. And that concludes our 200 metre freestyle. Well done to our regional champion, who is Isabel Hall from City of Leeds in 2:10.89. Well done, girls. Some great racing there. Next race will be the 50-metre freestyle for boys. These races start at the dive and pit end of the pool. This is a one-length dash, all about that power. Trying to take as few breaths as possible as we go on this one. We need a great start, and then we need to get up into that stroke, get a good rhythm, good strong leg kick, and powerhouse through. The boys are just getting ready while we switch over the starter equipment, and they'll be under starters orders very shortly. Names are on your screen there now. Lane 0 is Henry, lane 1 is Daniel, lane 2 Zachary, lane 3 Robson, lane 4 Gabriel, lane 5 Tyler, lane 6 Sam, lane 7 is David, lane 8 is Harry, and lane 9 is Joe. 11 and 12 years, 50 metre freestyle, coming up very shortly. Okay, looks like we're just about ready. We've just had a test start there. Want the equipment moving from the scoreboard end to the diving pit end. The boys are ready at the blocks. Our starters and officials are just getting ready. Another test start. Just make sure everything's working. And we are ready. Names on your screen now, and the boys are under starters orders. Okay, so we're off. Coming up through the halfway mark now. All the swimmers in a line. Real dash and bash event, but still good technique needed. Lots of power in these events. We've got lane 4 coming through strong. This is Gabriel. Looks like he's going to take the win. Lane 4 is Gabriel from Tynemouth, 27.86, which is quicker than the heat. Silver medal to Robson Hart from Harrogate in lane 3, 29.06. Bronze medal for Tyler Raven, City of Leeds, 29.15. Henry in 4th, 29.4. Zach in 5th, 29.7. David in 6th, 30.1. Sam in 7th, 30.2. Daniel in 8th, 30.3. Joe in 9th, 30.7. And Harry in 10th, 30.82. Regional champion is Gabriel Renison Ray from Tynemouth in 27.86. Well done, boys. 13-year-old age group just up on the blocks now. And there are the finalist names. And off we go. So in lane 0 we have Victor. Lane 1 is William. 2 is Zach. 3 is Leo. 4 is Oscar. 5 is Finley. 6 Zaushan. 7 is Sebastian. 8 Jack. And 9 Dexter. So last 15 metres now. This is where we've got to keep those legs kicking. Heads down for the finish and spot the wall. And the win is lane 6, which is Zhao Shin Shang in 27.74. Second is Oscar O'Donnell from City of Leeds in 28.02. And the bronze goes to Sebastian Carty from Durham in 28.24. Fourth is Finley, 28.29. Leo fifth, 28.32. William in sixth, 28.66. Victor in seventh, 28.85. 29.15 for Zach. Jack Wade, 29.73 from City of Leeds in ninth. And we had a non-starter, which was Dexter. And the 14 years age group. Away we go. So we have in lane 0 Archie from Middlesbrough, lane 1 Tom from Tadcaster, 2 is Thomas from Newcastle, 3 is Benjamin from Newcastle, 4 is Harry from Newcastle, 5 is Austin from Middlesbrough, 6 is Jack from Borough-Kirklees, George from Kingston upon Hull in 7, Nasri from Cleethorpes in 8, and Ollie from Rotherham in 9. Again, it's going to be a blanket finish, but it looks like lane 4 is going to take this one out. This is Harry Willis from Newcastle, 25.85 is your regional champion. Silver medal to Jack Hurst, Borough-Kirklees, 26.47, and Austin McKenna from Middlesbrough takes the bronze in 26.72. Benjamin takes 4th, 26.7. Thomas in 5th, 27.58. Archie in 6th, 27.78. Nasri in 7th, 27.99. Ollie in 8th, 28.1. Tom in 9th, 28.25. And George in 10th in 28.31. On we go with the girls 11 and 12 years, 50 metre breaststroke. The girls are under starters orders and the names are on your screen as we look at the pool now. Off we go. So another 1 length race here, starting at that diving board end in lane 0 we've got Madeline, lane 1 is Ava, 2 is Pippa, 3 is Amelia, 4 is Sophie, 5 is Rosie, 6 is Layla, 7 is Lottie, 8 is Tilly and 9 is Daisy May. So up through the halfway point, all the girls are in a line here as we approach that last 15 metres. It's all about holding as much water as possible now on these pulls and kicks. You don't want to slip the water as you're coming into the final stages. First 5 are all in a line. It's going to be on the touch. Who's timed it the best? And the touch goes to Amelia Keefe from Wakefield in lane 3, 37.55. Rosie Backhouse takes the silver in 37.72. And Sophie Marston takes the bronze in 37.8. 4th is Lottie Johnston, 38.0. 5th is Layla in 38.37. 6th is Pippa, 38.6. 7th is Ava in 40.0. 8th is Daisy May, 40.5. Tilly in 9th, 40.9. And Madeline is 10th in 40.94. Next up with the 13-year-old age group. The names are on your screen and the girls are under starters orders. And off we go. Nice glides on those pull-outs there as the girls break up now into those first few strokes. As we approach the 25 metre mark, it's another tight race across the pool. The girls are really cranking those high stroke rates here, making sure that they're pulling and kicking in perfect timing. Last 10 metres now. It's all about how efficient these strokes are under the flags in the last 5 and how we spot that finish. First on the wall is lane 4, that's our fastest qualifier, Rosie Brogden from City of Leeds in 36.96. Silver medal to Grace O'Hara, also City of Leeds, 37.46, and Matilda takes the bronze from Anik in 38.04. Martha is 4th in 38.11, Hetty in 5th, 38.14, Ursula in 6th, 38.31, Evelyn in 7th, 39.15, Ella Hendon 39.19 in 8th, Imogen 39.19, that's also 8th, that's a tie, and then Freya in 10th, 39.55. And the final race is the 14 years. Girls' names are on the screen. And away we go. So in 0 for this one, we have Betsy from Skipton. Lane 1 is Elise from Cleethorpes. Amelia from York is in lane 2. Lauren from Stocksbridge in lane 3. Annabelle York City in lane 4. Lane 5 is Millie from Borough Stockton. Lane 6 is Evelyn from City of Sheffield. Sophie's in lane 7 from Morpeth. Lexi in lane 8 from Loftus. And Paige in lane 9 from Borough of Kirklees. So last 10 metres now. Looks like we've got lane 4 in the lead. That's your fastest qualifier, Annabelle Edwards. She takes the touch in 34.64. Second is Millie Cole from Borough Stockton in 35.48, and the bronze to Evelyn Kirk from City of Sheffield in 36.02. Fourth was Amelia in 36.39, Lauren Wood fifth 36.41, Betsy in sixth 37.2, 37.8 for Sophie in seventh, Lexi in eighth 38.1, Elise in ninth 38.17, and Paige in 10th 38.42. So that concludes our first day of racing here at Leeds, and we have witnessed some absolutely fantastic races, some real great efforts from the swimmers and all their coaches and parents supporting them. Thanks must go to our volunteers, who we wouldn't be able to do this event without. So thanks to everybody for all their efforts today, and we look forward to seeing you on day 2 tomorrow, bright and early in the morning at 9 AM.